of all the guitars that I've played and demoed this year, I think one of my favourite brands to demo has been Jet guitars. Now, you've heard lots about Jet guitars, but I've lent them to a couple of friends, and I don't think it's particularly easy to transfer from making like budget instruments that punch above their weight to sort of mid-price instruments that, you know, like, oh, this is still a great instrument for the money. So, we've got Wilkinson trem. That's a nice feature. 2-point. We've got Jet locking hardware. Neck feels comfy, and seems like there's a coil split there. This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. This is the second guitar from Jet, which has kind of surprised me in terms of like this. You're concerned about the pickups being noisy or anything, don't be. From this demo, that this house has solar panels, and when the light is sort of in between, it has some noise, but that's So yeah, absolutely not a noisy guitar. A noisy house though. Like the clean tones and that stuff, they're really singing guitars somehow. So this is a guitar that's under £500. Wilkinson trem. That's got a really smooth feel to it. I think they're Jet, you know, non-specific pickups. It's got that coil split, which is a nice feature to have, and a humbucker in the bridge. Very much a more modern style guitar. Looks like a mahogany back to me in 3 pieces. Something like an A, and J join, and then Canadian roasted maple. What other specs are there? It's kind of a skinnier neck than, like definitely a slim C feel to it. The specs say a bone nut. I'll give you a close-up. Fret job, amazing. Comfortable feeling neck, no sprout or anything like that. And yeah, kind of be very happy with that on any price guitar. And as I say, locking tuners. But the main thing for me is that kind of... It's just a wonderful guitar. I think for this kind of money, like £500-ish, the kind of guitars that you can get these days, I'm starting to be really impressed with these things. The Jet, they seem to have done this kind of step up from budget to this kind of mid-range £500, £800, I think really nicely. Other things to mention in that kind of range, this is a sponsored video for Jet, by the way, I should make that very clear. But, you know, I'm not going to sugarcoat anything about if there was things that I thought were bad about this instrument. It just happens that Jet seem to, the ones that they're sending to me, have nailed. So that's kind of what it is. Let me know your experiences with Jet guitars, if you've been a fan of them, if you've got a few of them, if you had bad experiences with them. The one thing from, it's also got that nice kind of Sir style cut out there, so you got really good upper fret access. The 800 one that kind of looks like a Sir Modern, my buddy Chris has got it. He's super impressed by it. We think personally that it compares pretty favourably with some of the Sir Moderns we played. Now, of course, that's a $3,000 guitar, and there's probably going to be some really, really good examples of Sir Moderns out there. But there's also some that are kind of just fine, and I think the Jets can easily kind of come out on top when you consider the price to performance ratio. So if you're looking for cheaper guitars still that do punch way above their weight, I think Jet, for me, this year has been the brand that has consistently been like, okay, that's really impressed me. You can't really take price out of the equation for me when you're kind of talking about guitars. For me, it always factors in, and so a cheaper guitar that exceeds my expectations is going to impress me more than a more expensive guitar that kind of just meets my expectations. I think my expectations would be higher. But anyway, Jet, I think, are doing some really fantastic stuff. Thanks to Jet for sponsoring this video and sending this guitar out for me to try. It will be going back, but again, there's 3 guitars that they sent this year that really, really impressed me. So this one, the gold Telly from Jet, and the one that looks like a Sir Modern. Really impressive guitars that they're making for the money. I guess you could use the link. I don't know if Tom and even sell Jet guitars, but if they do, I'll put an affiliate link there. But yeah, if you're looking for something in this price range, I think it easily competes with Ibanez and Sire and some of these other brands. You know, killer stuff.